Godzilla Wolf 1, and we are going to be celebrating Godzilla with a little bit of, well, Godzilla. So, Godzilla King of the Monsters is coming out this Friday, so I decided let's play some of the one Godzilla game that I have for its console that I can actually live stream. Yeah, I wish I had the Pipes Works Godzilla trilogy in a format I could live stream, but I don't, so we're going with this one, which isn't all that bad. Like, people give this game a bad rap. I don't really think it deserves it. Like, it's not the best game, but I don't think it really deserves as much hate as it gets. But anyway, I'm going to go send out the message. I'll be back in a few seconds. Well, a few minutes, more or less. Alright, I'm going to be starting shortly. I'm just going to give people a little bit of time to file in. But I guess I'll explain what I'm going to do today. Basically, this game has multiple modes. You have King of the Kaiju mode, which is basically your arcade mode. Versus mode, which you've got to have a PS4. Hi, Trooper! Versus mode, which you have to have a PS Plus account to use. I hate that fact about the PlayStation games. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. But I think Banjo-Kazooie could be in Smash Brothers, but not Conker. Like, Conker would not fit in that game. God of Destruction mode, which you have two. You can either do it as Godzilla or you can do it one of two other ways. Let me go in here. You can do it as Go Ashore, which is basically you play as Heisei Godzilla on the story mode. That's basically the story mode. You have Invade, where you can attack as any basically attack the city as any kaiju you want. and defend where you're protecting the city. So, what we're going to do in celebration of Godzilla King of the Monsters coming out this Friday, we will start with a King of the Kaiju mode using Legendary Godzilla, who is in this game. The reason we're doing that and not doing God of Destruction mode is because of where he is in God of Destruction mode. For some reason they decided, let's make 2014 Godzilla the 2014 Godzilla an attacking kaiju. Not really a good. I don't really like that. He should be a defend kaiju. There are so few defend kaiju in this game. There are a lot of invade kaiju who really should be defend. Like Anguirus. I could imagine Anguirus being defend. Biollante should be defend. Yes, Biolante's in this game, which is awesome. Like, you know, a lot of these I don't have a problem with. Rodan, honestly, I wish you could do invade or defend with these two. But 2014 Godzilla, he should definitely be a defend kaiju, but he's not. So, instead, we're going to do a versus mode, which is, I mean, the King of Kaiju mode, which is basically the arcade mode. Well, the problem is with Conquer is his thing is entirely raunchy. Like, Conquer's Bad Fur Day is an incredibly raunchy game. That, and like, Bayonetta has, you know, sexual, you know, appearance and all of that, like, you know, it does have that aspect, it has violence, and Metal Gear does have violence, but they don't thrive on those things. Those things are not the main point of those games. Okay, we're going to start a King of the Kaiju mode with... Yeah, last time I did it was with Ghidorah, with Mecha King Ghidorah. But we're going to do it with Godzilla 2014. I'm not playing Conker's Bad Fur Day. That's not my game. But I might play Banjo and Kazooie if it's on the PS4 in any capacity. I might do that one. But we're going to start with Godzilla 2014, and the reason we're doing this is because Godzilla 2014 pretty much fights other monsters and he doesn't necessarily... Okay, let's give him a blast of our atomic breath here. Yeah, so basically 2014 doesn't particularly give a darn about the collateral damage of what he does, but at the same time, he doesn't... They kind of teased that they would add Shin Godzilla, perhaps, but they never did. Okay, we beat him. Okay, I don't have an Xbox. And Nintendo 64 cannot live stream. So, it looks like I'm probably not going to be playing that one. They kind of teased that they might add Shin Godzilla in DLC, but they never did. Like, I don't think this game did well enough that they decided to do DLC for it. I am kind of hoping that they might do an updated re-release for... Like, I would like for them to do an updated re-release for King of the Monsters. Like, I would very much like that. Also, I love Batra is in this game. Batra needs to be in more things. Okay, let's get some distance here. And gain some health. No, Holycross, you just missed us starting. Basically, we're going to do what was it? King of the Monsters mode, which is the battle mode with Godzilla 2014. Then we're going to do a defend mode as Mothra, and then an invade mode as Rodan and Ghidorah. Okay, now basically, there's moves in this game that I like. One function in this game is if you attack while roaring, some of your moves will change. Like if I roar, then do my atomic breath, it becomes stronger than it normally would. But the reason we're doing a King of the Monsters mode with 2014 is because he's an invade kaiju in God of Destruction mode, which I do not approve of. And it really wouldn't have fit his character to do him that way. So, also, 2014 is a physical powerhouse. Also, I admit I have not leveled up 2014 all that much, but he's still very physically strong, so... And then we have Gigan, who probably has one of the single most annoying moves in the game, which is that one. That one's also kind of annoying. Okay, so 2014 actually has a good counter for that move. I did not know that. Because he has an attack that gives him super armor. Oh, we're going to see God of Destruction mode. We're going to do that with Rodan and Ghidorah. Okay, I'm kind of forgetting... Okay, I kind of forgot the controls a little bit. Yeah, this game has tank controls, which can be a little bit... Okay, so Godzilla 2014 has a pretty decent counter to that attack, actually. Not a lot of kaiju actually do. Well, most kaiju do not have a good counter to Gigan's charge. Oh, I do want to show a cool thing. I actually do want to beat Gigan with my beam. With my beam, because he actually has a special feature. If you pay close attention, Gigan's head got blown off when I beat him with that. If you beat Gigan with a beam attack, it blows his head off. As sort of a shout out to Godzilla Final Wars, which is fun. But we will be doing God of Destruction mode. It will be with but it will be with Mothra, Rodan, and Ghidorah. I'm just doing this with 2014 because 2014 being an invade kaiju kind of doesn't really work. Yeah, if you use a grab, though the difference is you don't have to beat Mechagodzilla with that, and it's only Mechagodzilla 2, not Mechagodzilla, the original Mechagodzilla. There's also one thing I do like about God of Destruction mode that I will get into. You know, I am kind of curious how this fight would actually go. Because Space Godzilla is really strong. Like, Space Godzilla is probably one of the strongest kaiju in Godzilla. And one thing you gotta give this game is the models look really cool. Like, the models for this game look really good. Like, this game did most of the monsters really, really well. And now we're fighting Kiryu, who's the final boss, apparently. Yep, he has the triple laser cannon. Yeah, a Legendary Space Godzilla probably will never happen. Because the idea of, like, I imagine Ghidorah, I'm hoping Ghidorah is from space. Okay. And that's the problem with using the powered up versions of your beam, is it has a lot of charge up. Okay, I love when you defeat a monster by throwing them through buildings, because that always gets a cool... Okay, I think that was the end of that. Which I got Evolution Factor Godzilla 2014 cells. Basically what the evolution thing is it gives you certain abilities to upgrade kaiju. Like if we go to evolution mode. As you can see, Godzilla Heisei has a lot more stuff than everyone else. Like, I haven't gotten I've got a fully upgraded Mothra. Rodan, not so much. In fact, since we're going to use him, we're going to evolve Rodan. Because Mothra's already, like, you'll see a big difference in power when we do Mothra, which is what we're about to do. Because I've powered Mothra up really high. Oh, what was the Godzilla at the bottom? I'll go back to evolution mode and show you. That's Godzilla 1964, which is Godzilla versus Mothra Godzilla. Unfortunately, no, he does not have the slide kick the Showa era Godzilla had. Also, he's an invade kaiju, which I guess makes sense for that particular Godzilla. But I find it really weird there are no Godzillas in this game that are defend kaiju. That's kind of sad. But we're going to be fighting as Mothra.
A kaiju has appeared.
Now, the point of defend mode is the less of the city gets destroyed, the better off you are.
It's Mothra. All units, proceed with attack phase. First squad, begin.
Okay, I forget some of my attacks.
Second squad, begin your assault.
This is one thing I do like, is she has the beam thing, which also works as a shield.
Third squad, begin your assault.
Like, that does shield you against everything. I'm trying to get him in it because that actually is a pretty powerful attack. And Mothra's a really good defend kaiju because she's... Yeah, this is Heisei Mothra. Or if you're falling off the bridge, Leia's mom. There, I got him in it, and that does a lot of damage if you get the opponent trapped in it. And Mothra's a really good defend kaiju because she flies, so it's actually really hard to damage the city as Mothra. Now, I do agree with some people that this game does feel a bit limited, but it feels more true to the source material. I suppose. Like, that's kind of the thing with this. Okay, so do we want to fight Batra, or do we want... You can play as Jet Jaguar. Okay, so do we want to fight Batra, who's easy, or Hedorah, who is hard? I'm tempted to fight Batra simply because it feels right. But Hedorah gives us a bit more of an option here, so... yeah. And we're gonna go with Hedorah here. Okay, we got Hedorah's intro cinematic, which is nice. Yeah, sometimes monsters, when they show up, will have this intro cinematic that replicates one of their canonical appearances, which I like that feature. Some of these are really, really cool.
A kaiju has appeared. It's Hedorah.
Now, when you're defend, I find defend is a bit more difficult than invade, because with evade, all you have to do is win against the kaiju or destroy the city. If you're a defend kaiju, you have to make sure the city does not get destroyed. No, Mothra's a good guy. She's a defend kaiju. I'm not entirely excited for Dark Phoenix, but that's mainly because the live-action X-Men movies have never been my thing.
Hedorah has been weakened. I liked Wolverine, but ironically, hello Steel Kaiju Gang. He just walked right into that one. Hedorah has gone down.
But basically, in defend mode, the less damage is done to the city, the bigger your monster gets. So, in that case, I get 7.79 meters bigger. Okay, I gotta fight Batra here. It just would not be right to never fight Batra. I will say Ghidorah is... Oh, cool! Good luck with the fan film. But, I will say Ghidorah, one of the... Okay, here's what I mean by these scenes. Just watch. That's pretty much one-to-one from the movie, and I really like that. Now, I will say the very same things that make Mothra a good defend kaiju make Batra Amago a bad invade kaiju.
It's Mothra. All units, proceed with attack phase.
Because as you can see, I can just fly past these buildings and they don't really get all that damaged. because I'm flying. And I lost. Yeah, Batra is a bit like the problem with fighting as a defend kaiju is you kind of have to be careful where you're fighting at. Because we fought Batra. Okay, we've seen this. It's a cool visual, but I don't want to sit through it every single time we lose. But I love those entry scenes.
There's one more. It's Mothra. All units, proceed with attack phase.
Yeah, basically, if the if the destruction rate goes below 50% as a defend kaiju, you lose. Oh shoot! I forgot that didn't. Okay, I can drive him into a corner here, and that would probably be to my benefit. I am hoping that they at least make an updated re-release of this game with... Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that Mothra has that ability where she can, like, sidestep another kaiju, which is a very helpful ability to have, actually, because you have the turret control.
Has been weakened.
Yeah, basically that spin move is basically your get away from me move, as people like to call it. Okay, beat him with that, and he's kind of stuck in... Okay, he got stuck in my wing lightning. That's kind of cool. Okay, that's kind of cool, Sea Kaiju Gang. Might have to check that out. Okay, we're gonna fight Rodan because Mothra looks like she's going to be throwing down with Rodan in the new movie.
It's Rodan.
Like, it looks like Rodan and Mothra are going to fight in the new movie, so so that seems fitting.
Attention all G4 squads. Commence the operation at once.
I'm so looking forward to King of the Monsters. It looks like it's going to be such a good film. Yeah, that is interesting that we haven't seen Godzilla and Rodan fight. Part of me does imagine at some point they will, because it seems unlikely that Rodan would fight Ghidorah and Mothra, but he won't be fighting Godzilla at some point.
Rodan has gone down.
Oh, we're fighting Destroyer. This is going to be an issue, to be honest with you. Because Destroyer is a special kaiju in this game. As you can see right there.
It's Destroyer.
Yeah, Destroyer, when she appears in... I'm going to say she a lot, because Ghidorah, Destroyer from the bridge is a she.
All units,
yeah, she's always 100 meters tall. Always. And that is going to be a problem.
First squad, begin your assault.
I'm just gonna say right now we might lose this. That was actually kind of terrifying, to be honest with you. Got her with the lightning scales, that's good for me. Yeah, I've seen Endgame. It's a good movie. Yeah, like I said, Destroyer is problematic to fight. Yeah, I lost. Destroyer is like the Destroyer only appears rarely, and now she'll be replaced with a different kaiju. Yeah, see now it's Anguirus.
A kaiju has appeared. It's Anguirus. There's one more. It's Mothra.
Okay, now we're fighting Anguirus, which is much more fair.
Proceed with attack phase.
Yeah, I honestly feel like since Anguirus has been a good monster more often than he's been bad, he probably should actually be defended. I unfortunately can't. He's attacking the city. I'd like to leave Anguirus alone, but... Unfortunately, he's attacking the city, so we kind of got to protect the humans here.
Anchorus has been weakened.
I honestly wish Angerus was a defend kaiju, I really do. Like, it feels like he should be a defend kaiju, to be honest with you. Because when you really think about it, hasn't Angerus had more appearances as a good kaiju than a bad kaiju?
Has gone down.
Okay, so any DC versus Marvel fight? That's a good question. Okay. Well, since we've fought basically the entire cast of the bridge, we've got to fight Space Godzilla. Again, we get his nice intro cinematic, which I do like. Honestly, the issue with a lot of
A kaiju has appeared.
heroes from Marvel and DC is because a lot of the good counterpart matches are kind of opposite gender, like Swamp Thing versus one character versus who was it? I forget.
First squad, begin your assault.
Oh yeah, I've actually heard, yeah, didn't they put like a giant Godzilla head on the top of their theater? Like, is that what you're talking about? Where they have that like giant Godzilla head on their theater? Which is just plain awesome. Yeah, Swamp Thing versus Man Thing. That's actually a good one.
Second squad, begin your assault.
Batman versus Iron Man would be interesting.
Space Godzilla has been weakened.
I'm trying to think, like,
Third squad, begin your assault.
I mean, there's the obvious one, which would be like the Suicide Squad versus, what is it, the Thunderbolts. Yeah, it would be awesome to get a Lego Godzilla game.
Has gone down.
Like, a Lego Godzilla game would be very cool, especially if they went like the Showa era route with it. Oh, and now we fight Ghidorah. So now we've had the complete cast of King of the Monsters appear, except for Legendary Godzilla, who I don't even know if he's
Kaiju has
fighting.
appeared. It's King Ghidorah. There's one more. It's Mothra. All units, proceed with attack phase. First squad, begin your assault.
Okay, let's try to lure him a bit. Come on, Ghidorah. Come on. Okay, follow me here. Follow me back into this nice less occupied by destructible buildings area. Yeah, that's the thing. Ghidorah is, and that's the reason I wanted Ghidorah facing this way. Well, all the kaiju in this game range from 50 to 100 meters. So, well, you can actually go beyond 100. But that's mainly in destroy mode. I've never seen Riverdale. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it.
Second squad, begin your assault.
Oh, thank you, Steel Kaiju Gang.
King Ghidorah has been weakened.
Yeah, that's why we needed to lure Ghidorah over here. We need to actually finish him off quickly, or else I might actually lose this due to the destruction of the city. There we go. Basically, if Ghidorah destroys 50% of the city, I lose. And, like, the thing is, Ghidorah, if he points his gravity beams in the right direction, there is no more city left. Like, Ghidorah is overpowered when it comes to invade mode in this game. Yeah, that's basically... Okay, now we're fighting Legendary Godzilla. Which is kind of interesting to think about, because Legendary Godzilla and Mothra are implied to be best friends. Like, it's implied that Godzilla... Oh, here's a cool intro cinematic we get. Yeah, it does feel like Ghidorah just took time to be a jerk. Yeah, they kind of emulate that scene of him appearing out of the smoke. That was kind of the trailer, one of the trailer images.
We have movement in the area.
Which was good.
Godzilla. There's one more. It's Mothra. Attention, all G4 squads. Commence the operation at once.
Yeah, I really honestly don't get why Godzilla's an invade kaiju. Or Biollante, for that matter. Biollante should not be an invade kaiju. She should be a hero, a heroic kaiju. It would kind of be cool to play as a Godzillasaurus. Yeah, Legendary hits like a truck in Melee. Okay, if the stream suddenly cuts off, it's probably because of the terrible storm now outside. It kind of would be cool to play as a Godzillasaurus and maybe follow a bit of the storyline of that movie.
Godzilla has been weakened.
Yeah, why is 20... Like, that is one thing I don't get about this game, is why certain kaiju are bad guys. Like, it feels like 2014 should be a defend kaiju. I don't know yet, but it does look like there's a bad storm going on outside my window.
Godzilla has gone down.
Pretty sure I'm getting up into the 100-meter mark, which means I will fight the true final boss. Yeah, we fight. Hey, if you're I think if you're a defend kaiju, 95% of the time the final boss is Heisei Godzilla.
It's Godzilla.
Which I will admit, Heisei has one of my favorite Godzilla designs.
It's Mothra. All units, proceed with attack phase.
It's kind of interesting. Oh, what kind of cat you got, Steel Kaiju gang? I have a calico. Or they call it tuxedo cat. We don't really know what she is. She's just a cat that looks like she's wearing a tuxedo. Yeah, if anyone hears thunder that just went off, that's the storm outside. Oh, the second Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. That's a pretty cool one. Also, I love how fluffy Mothra looks.
Godzilla has been weakened. Third squad, begin your assault.
Moving in to engage target.
Yeah, you know, I do wonder if they are going to have a Godzilla Jr. at some point in the MonsterVerse. That would kind of be interesting to imagine. Yeah, I actually missed.
Godzilla has gone down.
Yeah, I do have a Godzilla collection. I got most of the movies, actually. The only ones I'm missing are Showa-era Godzilla movies, which are kind of a pain to get. Like, a lot of the Showa-era Godzilla movies are really hard to get. Okay, just that credit scenes is blocked. I don't know why, and it doesn't really matter. I think it's just because it has the Godzilla march.
Something's happening to Godzilla.
And yeah, the final boss is burning Godzilla. Well, true final boss.
These should freeze Godzilla and deplete his atomic energy. First squad, begin your assault. Second squad, begin your assault.
Moving in to engage.
Yeah, this is just kind of Mothra having to put Godzilla down. Yeah, and also his the Spiral Fire Ray hurts a lot.
Begin your assault.
What is this thing?
Fourth squad, begin your assault.
Yeah, Mothra's physical attacks don't have a lot of punch, but I think that just has to do with her being, well, Mothra.
We'll take it by air. Moving on target.
Well, the thing is, even if there was a co-op mode, you'd probably need PlayStation Plus to play it. Oh, I use eBay. Okay, I need to get some distance to not die here.
Godzilla has been weakened. Seventh squad, begin your assault.
Yeah, Monster Leo should be in more games. He really should.
Secondary target identified.
Okay, hang on, guys. I gotta go check something. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, we had a lightning struck near the house, and Mom thought my computer got struck. Thankfully, it didn't. Oh, Australia is expensive? Oh, that's interesting. Did not know that. Okay, how is it a block scene to tell me I got Mothra cells? Okay, so we just did it. I think that also probably gave us enough to evolve Rodan a bit. I'm pretty sure King Ghidorah is pretty evolved as well. Oh, what can I do with this? Oh, okay, I could evolve him a little more there, but I want to evolve Rodan. What am I missing? We'll place Anguirus after Ghidorah. We're gonna place Rodan next. Because I want to play as the... I would like to play City Shrouded in Shadow. The problem is it never got an English dub.
It's Rodan. All units, proceed with attack phase.
Okay, now, in this case, our job as a invade kaiju is to kill everything.
First squad, begin your assault.
Secondary target identified.
But believe me, I would love to play City Shrouded in Shadow, but unfortunately, localization was never created, so
Begin your assault.
that can't happen.
Unidentified signal confirmed.
But yeah, I think the reason only Showa Rodan is playable is simply because that was the one they wanted to make. I don't think there really is any other reason.
My God.
It's Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, I wish they'd shown Mechagodzilla's entrance, but... He's gonna take a while to get all the way over here, so let's finish destroying things. Iron Giant is actually an interesting idea when you think about it. There's another attack you have as Rodan, but I forget what it is. Oh yeah, this.
Godzilla has gone down.
Yeah, Ready Player One did show Godzilla versus, Mechagodzilla versus Iron Giant, which was an interesting idea. Rodan is actually a really good kaiju in this game. I just forgot his moves for a bit there. And here we come, the generator thing. The thing that this game gets basically mocked mercilessly for.
Defensive measures are operating at optimum levels.
Thankfully, Rodan is one of the best kaiju at destroying them because that move is just unfair to the generators. Like, the thing with the Iron Giant is he is actually pretty dang OP.
A kaiju has appeared. It's Rodan. Attention all G4 squads. Commence the...
Yeah, Rodan is a good invade kaiju because he can do that lunge and just destroy everything in his path.
Stationary guns have ceased operating. Fourth squad, begin your assault.
The abandoned warehouse district. Yeah, I remember that. I love Power Rangers. It's like a lot of it is silly, but at the same time, a lot of it is just plain fun. Yeah, as you can see, Rodan is pretty good at destroying things. No, I don't drink energy drinks.
Stationary guns have ceased operating.
And part of that is my family has a history of heart problems, and I don't want to exacerbate that.
The generator is losing power. One generator has been destroyed. We've got a strong one. ETA in 60 seconds. 6th squad, begin your assault.
Basically, you want to kind of map out how you're going to go about this, because you want to keep a chain going. Like, that is the thing. You want to keep a chain of destruction going in this game to max out the amount of damage you're doing, the destruction you do.
Stationary guns have ceased
Because you basically have to keep a chain going.
an unidentified signal.
But yeah, Rodan just destroys the generators. They don't stand a chance.
It's Batra.
And we're going up against a 100-meter tall Batra. That's peachy.
The generator is losing power. All generators in the area are
Okay, now we've destroyed all the generators and basically got as big as I physically can.
7th squad.
Now here's the issue with fighting a giant Batra is I have only melee. I can't just use the strategy of yeah, this might be a problem. Yeah, we're probably gonna die. I hate it when a 100-meter tall kaiju shows up, because there's nothing you can do about it. Thankfully, you won't be 100 meters tall this time, but because that's random. But I really don't like the fact that that can happen. But there's no problem. But we're gonna have to destroy the whole city again,
Attention, all G4.
which is the annoying part. Like, that is a bit of an annoying little thing with this game, is if you...
Stationary guns have ceased operating. 4th squad, begin your assault.
Okay, see you later, Steel Kaiju Gang.
shortly.
Yeah, see, she didn't say it's a strong one, so he's just gonna be normal size this time.
6th squad, begin your assault.
My God.
Stationary guns have ceased operating. The generator is losing power.
But yeah, Rodan's one of the best at this game because he just destroys the generators. He don't give a darn. Okay, see you later, Vinny.
A kaiju has appeared. It's Bat.
Okay, Batch was all the way over there along with the one crane that I somehow missed.
The generator is losing power.
But yeah, Rodan just like the generators. What generators? Let's see how well you do when you're not 100 meters tall. Yeah, I'm bigger than him this time.
Squad, begin your assault.
And these things are from our planet?
Has been weakened.
By the way, and see you later, Vinny. And I texted that trip
Has
back.
gone down.
By the way, has anyone read a book called Operation Red Dragon: The Daikaiju Wars Part 1? I'm reading it right now. It's actually a pretty good read. We're gonna fight Mechagodzilla again.
A kaiju has appeared. It's Rodan. All units, proceed with attack phase. First squad, begin your assault.
Do you know the YouTuber called OmniViewer? It's a book it's a book he wrote. It's a really good book. So far it's a good book. Like if you like the campy sort of kaiju stuff, and a bit kind of like it borrows from Final. Like there's some inspiration clearly taken from Final Wars. Okay, so that building getting destroyed didn't count. That's a glitch. It's basically about this, it's about giant monsters. Like basically this government operation that is meant to. It kind of does seem like it borrows a lot from Godzilla 2014, but the irony is he was writing it before 2014 came out. So any comparisons are completely, like, coincidental. But basically this secret government organization deals with kaiju that appear, and that's Operation Red Dragon. Like, that's the name of the government agency that deals with it. And essentially it's a normal kaiju in this universe are about are less than 100 feet tall. That's what they call like normal kaiju in this universe is 100 feet tall. A Dai Kaiju though is the big guys, the ones that are over 100 feet tall, really, really big.
Guns have ceased operating. Third squad, begin your assault. An unidentified signal. Image coming in now.
Oh, we got another cinematic, this time with Mechagodzilla Mark II. And essentially there's a lot of original kaiju in it. They are like, they do borrow from Toho kaiju, like he's a Godzilla fan, so they're homaging.
Stationary guns have ceased operating.
No, I'm talking about this thing that this book that OmniViewer created, that YouTuber. He's a Godzilla YouTuber. And it is a good book.
Fourth squad, begin your assault.
I wish I had a grab, but I don't. But Rodan does not get a grab, so I can't show the animation if you grab Mechagodzilla 2.
Mechagodzilla has been weakened. Mechagodzilla has gone down.
Operation Red Dragon, the Daikaiju Wars Part 2. I mean, Part 1. Part 2 of the Daikaiju Wars has not come out yet. I'm looking forward to it when it does.
Disaster level by 1. Setting disaster level to 2. Sending in new weapons. All units, proceed with attack phase.
You ain't getting through here.
So they're sending in new weapons.
This was never going to be easy.
But there are, like, things that they do, there are differences between the XPs and their canon counterparts. Like, for example, Cyborg, who is the XP of Gigan, is actually benevolent. Oh, I don't even need to have energy to do that one. Yeah, that move's kind of a bit overpowered in that case. But yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing, is the XP of Gigan, and that is actually something that's interesting, is that is another thing that got borrowed, that ended up being completely coincidental. Because if you look into stuff from the Godzilla Animeverse, Gigan in the Godzilla Animeverse is actually a good guy. Unfortunately, we never saw that in the movie because they decided to focus on whatever it is they were focusing on. I'm honestly not sure with you, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of use. Like, I know there's some people who like it, but to me the biggest issue with that series is that the creator, by his own admission, really didn't know anything about Godzilla. And, okay, we're not going to go after Anguirus, we're going to fight Batra this time. We're going to leave Anguirus alone.
It was my destiny to rise to this position.
But, like, that's kind of the issue. Okay, we're destroying this. That is one thing I do wish, though, is that this game had more cities to destroy.
Attention, all G-Force. Commencing generator shutdown sequence. 300 seconds until shutdown. All G-Force units, buy us time until the shutdown is complete. Stationary guns have ceased operating. Fourth squad, begin your assault.
Okay, so I can basically spam this attack without any consequences. Which is... That attack, like, when you're in a crowded place like that, that attack just, like, owns everything.
Stationary guns have ceased operating. The generator is losing power.
I got still a game like Friday the 13th the game. What do you mean by that? I'm actually curious about what you mean by that. Because by the way, would anyone want me to get Friday the 13th the game for this? Oh, that would be interesting.
The generator is losing power.
Okay, yeah, okay, that would be an interesting idea, wouldn't it?
Been destroyed much faster than expected. Sixth squad, begin your assault.
Well, no, they added a single-player mode. It has a single-player mode now.
Unidentified creature confirmed. It's arriving shortly. ETA in 30 seconds.
Okay, I'm just going to attack the military for 30 seconds, because if I destroy the generator, the level ends, and I want to fight Batra. Actually, let's find that one undestroyed thing we didn't destroy.
A kaiju has appeared.
Oh, of course, it's the same exact crane from last time. Somehow that crane survived my rampage both times. I don't know how that happened. High Inquisitor Sebasti. By the way, did anyone know it? That is one thing with the new Godzilla movie. They actually got the Blue Oyster Cult song, I think. You know, am I the only one that feels bad that like when you blow up a military vehicle, you hear the guy screaming as he dies? Like that's actually kind of scary. But okay, now oh crud. Okay, I need to get out of here quickly. But thankfully, I'm Rodan, so this will be easy.
The generator is losing power. No, we failed to shut it down in time.
But I think that if I'm not mistaken, isn't the guy that sings the new Blue Oyster Cult song, isn't that one of the people from that old cartoon Metalopolis? Which I never watched because it wasn't my thing, but I'm pretty sure he was in a cartoon once.
A kaiju has appeared.
But that is kind of cool that we've got the Blue Oyster Cult song in that movie.
All units, proceed with attack phase.
I like that. I think that's legitimately cool.
First squad, begin your assault.
How big can you get? You can get over 100 meters. Like right now I'm in the 80 meter ballpark, which is about how big Godzilla was in Godzilla 1984. Oh, System of the Down? Okay. Yeah, I'm not big on musicians, but I know the song is actually, that this version of the song is really cool.
ETA in 30 seconds.
Seriously, look at that. Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
An unidentified
Though,
signal.
though I do have a question. Like, do you guys think it's a better how good of a cover do you think it is of the Blue Oyster Cult original? Ooh, we get another cinematic, this time with Mecha King Ghidorah. Which is weird because I haven't even fought normal King Ghidorah. And yeah, I love that they recreate his arrival from the future. That is really cool. Like like scene by scene, they recreated his arrival from the future. That is awesome. I have listened to the soundtrack, and it is a really good soundtrack.
Second squad, begin your assault. The generator is losing power.
That is actually a good question, because more importantly, why did they see, like, what am I doing that they see, like, you gotta wonder what is going on in the future that they decided, hey, let's send Mecha King Ghidorah back in time to fight Rodan. Because Rodan generally is not that huge of a threat. Like, well, he is a threat, obviously. Also, due to me being 80 meters tall, I'm actually bigger than him right now. It's kind of hilarious, actually.
Mecha King Ghidorah has been weakened. Mecha King Ghidorah has gone down.
I admit that probably Ghidorah's gonna win their fight in the movie. Well, yeah, I would want to have fun with a giant mechanical future cyborg, but still.
The generator is losing power.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. I think I know which movie you're saying.
Third squad.
Yeah, there were plans to have a Mecha Mothra, which I actually included in my Lost Project timeline, or my Bridge Lost Project timeline.
Guns have ceased operating.
Raise the disaster level by 1.
Setting disaster level to 3. Fire full metal missiles at will. All units, proceed with attack phase.
Target confirmed.
Yeah, Full Metal Missiles, aka the thing from Godzilla from Godzilla 2000. But yeah, Rodan is a good destroy kaiju, but just wait till you see Ghidorah. Like, I'm completely serious. Ghidorah is insane in this game, as far as destroying things go.
Stationary guns have ceased operating.
Yeah, I wish Zilla had been in the game. Like, Zilla gets overhated. I mean, yes, it's a like Godzilla 1998 is a bad Godzilla movie, but it's not a bad monster movie. Yeah, it would be cool if Gorosaurus, Orga, and Megaguirus, especially Megaguirus. I love Megaguirus. She is one of my favorite kaiju. Okay, we can fight Jet Jaguar here. Honestly, we're going to go here because we're going to be sure to fight Jet Jaguar, I think.
A kaiju has appeared. It's Rodan. Attention all...
Now here's where you can rack up a big amount of fury just doing this. Like, just walking across this map will get a lot of your, like, just walking across these parts here. Yeah, someone actually suggested having Jet Jaguar appear in Pacific Rim as a Jaeger, which would be interesting, but then Pacific Rim Uprising happened, and I'm not so sure. I'm not a fan of Pacific Rim Uprising, to be honest with you. Also, we are huge right now. Just Ghidorah would be cool. Like, I would love to see Descador show up in a game. Descador is really cool. I mean, yes, he was just created to be an XP of Ghidorah himself, but yeah, he's a good XP. And I like how in the bridge he's Ghidorah's brother. I mean, that does make sense. Yeah, Godzilla Earth, that would be interesting. I'm not sure how you would even do him, because he's 300 meters tall. Which I do find it amusing that it legitimately seems like Legendary and Toho are trying to one-up each other for who has the biggest Godzilla.
All generators in the area are destroyed.
Okay, we must have gotten the conditions for Jet Jaguar to show up. Where are my... I'm missing something here. Jaguar.
A robot? I know it's a robot, but I can feel a strong positive energy from it.
Okay, I missed something. I'm trying to see where I didn't destroy something. That's going to bug me. There's something. At least now I got another idea. I love how Jet Jaguar has a unique theme in this. No, Jet Jaguar was inspired by Ultraman. It was the other way around. I do love Jet Jaguar. He is a cool character.
The giant robot has been weakened. The giant robot has gone down.
Yeah, sorry Jet Jaguar, I love you, but you didn't win that fight. I think in this one you fight Super X and Super X2 at the same time.
It's Rodan.
Which I actually don't have a problem fighting. I shouldn't have a problem fighting Super X2 because, like, the other kaiju kind of do have a difficulty fighting Super X2 because they.
First squad, begin your assault.
Because, well, Super X2's big gimmick is the fire mirror.
Will arrive in 30 seconds.
But the fire mirror only works on energy attacks.
Super X has arrived. Super X2 engage. Super X2 will arrive in 30 seconds.
Why is Super X that high up? I don't know. Also, Rodan is real. Like Rodan having that wide of a profile really helps fight this. Is good here. You know, that is actually a good point. Is they could have the Toho Frankenstein appear in the MonsterVerse if they wanted to.
Super X2 has arrived.
Pretty sure I could have finished it off there if they hadn't interrupted my animation. Like if the MonsterVerse wanted to, they totally could have Frankenstein. I never thought of that.
Squad, begin your assault. Super X is badly damaged.
Okay, so that guy took down Super X1. Now I gotta fight Super X2. Where is Super X2? There it is. Yeah, Rodan is surprisingly good at fighting these because of how wide he is. Yeah, but I mean the thing is, they could have Frankenstein show up because Frankenstein's not copyrighted by anyone. Ow.
Super X2 is badly damaged.
Okay, so those two are down. If you go a different route, you get to fight all three of them at once. And there's I've never been able to get it, but apparently there's a special animation you can get where you destroy Super X2 like it was destroyed in the movie.
The generator is losing power. One generator has been destroyed.
But, you know, people can say what they want to about this game, but I honestly think it does capture the feeling of being a giant monster better than many other Godzilla games ever have.
Now. All units, proceed with attack phase.
And these things are from our planet?
But here's why Godzilla versus...
Third squad.
I mean, why them using Frankenstein would be an interesting idea. Because the idea that eventually evolved into King Kong versus Godzilla was originally pitched as King Kong versus Frankenstein. Like, that was the original idea there, is that they were originally going to make King Kong versus Frankenstein. But for one reason or another, they didn't.
Stationary guns
Or I think it was the proper title, I believe, was Frankenstein versus the Modern Prometheus, I believe. So if Legendary really wanted to, there is no reason they couldn't make a Kong versus Frankenstein if they wanted to. In fact, I think that would be a good idea. Because the thing with Kong...
All generators in the area are destroyed.
Yeah, Mogera should... I would like Mogera to be in this game. Like, anything to give us more playable kaiju, but... Okay, now we fight Super Mechagodzilla.
You're in the wrong line of work.
I wish that they did more with the Prime Ministers. I really do.
Has appeared.
Because they really don't do all that much with them, which is kind of sad, to be honest with you.
Attention all G4 squads.
Like, they
Commence
apparently...
operation at once. Commencing generator shutdown sequence. 180 seconds until shutdown. Super Super Mecha Godzilla, engage. Super Mecha Godzilla will arrive in 30 seconds. The generator is losing power. One generator has been destroyed. The generator is losing power.
Yeah, we gotta destroy all the generators before they run out of
The
power.
generator has been destroyed much faster than expected.
Yeah, I should become 100 meters, which is the necessity.
Super Mecha Godzilla has arrived.
Well, we get to see, yep, we get to see the Super Mecha Godzilla animation. I mean, intro, which is nice. Yeah, Mogera really should be playable. Especially because this game needed a lot more defend kaiju. Like, there's only a handful of characters you can defend as. I feel defend is one of the more interesting modes.
Fourth squad, begin your assault.
Moving in to engage target.
We're out of time.
Yeah, I do like how the Mysterians are incorporated into the bridge. Also, this is kind of funny when you think about it, because in the Heisei series, it was Mechagodzilla that Mechagodzilla beat Rodan in their fight.
Fifth squad, begin your assault.
My God.
Super Mecha Godzilla is losing functionality. This is not good.
Yeah, payback time. Well, technically Rodan did get his payback because he powered up Godzilla, who destroyed Super Mechagodzilla with Spiral Fire. Which I'm honestly hoping we get to see the Spiral Fire Ray in Godzilla King of the Monsters, because that would be cool if we did.
Super Mecha Godzilla is badly damaged.
I do like that we got Showa Rodan. Because Showa Rodan is cool.
A kaiju has appeared. It's Rodan. All units, proceed with attack phase. There's one more. It's Godzilla. Commencing generator shutdown sequence.
Okay, now the problem here is we need...
Shutdown. First squad, begin your assault. The generator is losing power. One generator has been destroyed.
One thing I also do really look forward to with the new movie is that Godzilla and Rodan are in the same weight class again. Like, Godzilla, Mothra, and Rodan are all in the same weight class again, and that's the first time they've all been in the same weight class since the show ended. Because in the Heisei era, Godzilla was way stronger than Mothra and Rodan.
Third squad, begin your assault.
I've got the skies covered.
We're out of time.
Okay, now I can focus on fighting Godzilla.
Second squad, begin your assault.
It's no good. He deflected it.
gone down.
Because I love that Rodan, Godzilla, and Mothra are in the same size class again. You know, Mothra is the queen of the monsters now. Which I love that. And yeah, they say gameplay recording blocked because they used Godzilla March there.
Something's happening to Godzilla.
Now Burning Godzilla again. Yep, Burning Godzilla Tip is the true final boss. Except if you're playing as Godzilla 64. Because Godzilla 64's enemy is... In Godzilla 64's final boss is two Mothra larvae. Which is kind of fun. But I'm not going to play that because Godzilla 64 is kind of a pain.
Super X3, engage. First squad, begin your assault.
What is he made of?
Second squad, begin your assault.
Monsters on Earth.
Super X3 will arrive in 30 seconds. Third squad, begin your assault.
I've got the skies covered.
You know, the irony here is, even though I'm a villain, like I am playing as a villain kaiju, I'm actually the good guy here.
Fourth squad, begin your
Because,
assault.
you know, Godzilla will destroy the Earth if I don't beat him here. So that's actually kind of ironic when you really think about it.
Godzilla has been weakened. Fifth squad, begin your assault.
That might be what it was. Like, that might have been what it was.
Sixth squad, begin your assault.
Secondary target identified.
Yeah, Burning Godzilla hits like a truck. Or, well, like a Godzilla. Who is also on fire.
Something's happening to Godzilla.
I was winning too, but then I kind of got a little, I guess I got a little careless and got cornered, and then Burning Godzilla is a tough final boss.
These should freeze Godzilla and deplete his atomic energy. Super X3, engage. First squad, begin your assault.
Second target.
Second squad, begin your assault.
Moving into engage.
Super X3 will arrive in 30 seconds. Third squad, begin your assault.
My God.
Super X3 has arrived.
For the record, I have absolutely no idea whose side Super X3 is on here, to be honest with you.
Fifth squad, begin your assault. Godzilla has been weakened.
Okay, and... Ow.
Sixth squad, begin your assault.
Watch out back.
Godzilla
And we won, and Rodan saves the world. I mean, he destroyed a good chunk of it, but in the end he saved the world. Why is me getting 3 Rodan evolution factors any type of... I don't understand. Anyway, we're at the 2-hour mark. Wednesday we'll also be playing this game, and we'll be doing the invasion mode as King Ghidorah. Also, one interesting thing is the Kaiju guide here, which is kind of a cool idea. It actually has a list, this entire list of Kaiju, which this is actually rather interesting. That would actually be cool. Oh, speaking of Godzillasaurus. Which is kind of cool. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We will be playing this again on Wednesday. See you guys next time. Bye! I still don't have a catchphrase.